Hello everyone and welcome to our channel. Today the Fossil Cup starts and I am going to showcase a team with Swampert in the lead, Pelipper in the safe swap and Ferrothorn in the closer. I had a massive run with it and the goal of the team with Pelipper safe swap is to bait out any steel types so that Ferrothorn can sweep the endgame. So let's get into the matches. Moving to the first match, we have a terrible lead against Pelipper. We immediately safe swap into our own Pelipper and we bait out a Ferrothorn. And this is good for us since our Swampert can avoid the Ferrothorn now. We safely shield the Thunder and now we can go for the Weather Ball bait and which we get the shield. We get both the shield with the Weather Ball baits and now I can safely shield this Thunder and easily outspam him to the Hurricane. Hurricane should take out the Ferrothorn. They bring back the Pelipper but they cannot wing attack us down, so they are forced to throw their energy. We bring in our own Ferrothorn, hoping to reach the Thunder, but we lose CMP. Thunder one-shots this Pelipper and they have a Swampert in the back and this game should be over. We reach the Power Whip but unfortunately we lose CMP. From this range they have to Earthquake us, but we reach the Hydro Cannon. Hydro Cannon banishes the opposing Swampert and we win the game. Moving into the next match, we have a positive lead against Registeel. They immediately safe swap into Pelipper. I tried to catch the Weather Ball onto Ferrothorn but I failed. I will bring in the Ferrothorn as Ferrothorn has the best matchup here. This is just a Weather Ball, we can safely tank it and overform by a lot. I'll go for the Power Whip so that I can get some extra farm for the Registeel. From this health range, they cannot lock on us down without investing a shield. And we get the shield with the Thunder. I will bring in Swampert and immediately throw to force the next shield or take it out. We get both the shields. And they have a Whiscash in the back. From here we can easily close this game with Swampert only. The Shadow Hydro Cannons are doing a lot of damage. I will shield up the Focus Blast. Reach the Hydro Cannon. Hydro Cannon should be more than enough to take out this Registeel and we win the game. Moving into the next match, we have a neutral lead against Jellicent. They didn't even build up to the Shadow Ball, so this is just a Bubble Beam. I'll go for the Earthquake to either do massive damage or take the first shield. I'll no shield the Shadow Ball, hoping to reach the Hurricane. This is just a Bubble Beam, we can safely no shield it and reach the Hurricane. With the debuff, this won't KO, but it will put the Jellicent pretty low. They didn't switch out from Jellicent in this Pelipper matchup. They must be weak to Pelipper in the back. I'll bring in the Ferrothorn to get some energy and they have a Lucario in the back and this is pretty bad. We bring in the Swampert but get destroyed with Razor Leaf from the Ludicolo. From this point, my only win con is to have some loaded energy for the Lucario matchup. I'll shield up the Ice Beam and go for an aggressive Bullet Sit down. We have two Power Whips. Power Whip number 1 takes the shield and Power Whip number 2 takes out the Lucario and we win the game. Moving into the next match, we have a neutral lead against Azumarill. I can outspam him to the Earthquake. I'll go straight for the Earthquake, either do big damage or take the first shield. Then I will safe swap into Pelipper to catch the Blade Off. I will shield up the Blade Off because I can reach the Hurricane and take the final shield or to do big damage. We get the final shield. They cannot bubble us down from here, so they are forced to throw their energy. I will bring in the Ferrothorn to get a head-on energy. They have Blade Off and Hydro Pump, so we can easily overform by a lot. I undercharge it and go for some extra farm, and they have a Lucario in the back. Thunder does big damage. I'll shield up the power up punch, and they have a Escavalier in the back. I'll go straight for the Earthquake. Earthquake banishes the Escavalier, and we win the game. Moving into the next match, we have a terrible lead against Pelipper. I try to catch the Weather Ball onto our own Pelipper, but I fail, and they bait me with a Weather Ball. I'll build up to the Hurricane and go for Weather Ball bait myself, and we get the shield. This might be a Hurricane. I shield up, and it was a Weather Ball bait. I go for the Weather Ball bait, and we get the final shield. I'll go for another Weather Ball just to do some cheap damage, and this is a CMP. Honestly, this is perfect for us, as now I can get some head-on energy, and they have a Politoed in the back. For the Power Whip, which does big damage to the Politoed, I can easily tank this Earthquake and Bullet Seed down to get a lot of energy, and they have a Lucario in the back. I'll go for the Thunder and do a combo play with the Swampert, and this should take out the Lucario, and our opponent quits the match. Moving into the final match, we have a neutral lead against Swampert, and they save swap into Pelipper. I catch the Weather Ball onto Ferrothorn. Here I make a mistake. I should have gone for the Thunder, but instead I chose to Power Whip bait, and now there is the Hurricane. I am forced to shield, and it was a Weather Ball bait. We farm down the Pelipper, and they have a Escavalier in the back. I will go for the Thunder to do big damage, and somehow they catch the Thunder onto Swampert, but we get the shield anyway. I'll go for the Power Whip to get the final shield. I'll bring in the Shadow Swampert to take it out. We reach the next Hydreigon, but we lose CMP, so I am forced to shield. They bring back the Escavalier, but from this point, this game is over. We have a Pelipper in the back. Weather Ball easily KOs from this range, but I will still go for the Hurricane. Hurricane is more than enough to take out the millions of Escavalier, and we win the game. Fossil Cup has a pretty interesting meta, and with mons like Trevenant Band, Swampert and Ferrothorn core is pretty strong. I definitely recommend this team for climbing Elo, and I went on a 8-2 run with it. And if you like our content, be sure to like, share and subscribe for more.